From Idaho's News Channel 7, this is Friday Night Football.
Welcome in. We made it to the end of another awesome week. Week 6 of Friday Night Football.
We're so back.
So back. Wired right now.
Absolutely. Can't wait for these matchups because division titles almost on the line, conference titles almost on the line, the race to the postseason.
Several perfect seasons also on the line, like your first game of the night, Rocky Mountain.
All these are on. All these races are on. Beautiful night out in Middleton for this one. Top-ranked team in the state, Rocky Mountain, taking on Middleton, who just beat Timberland last week. Vikings up 3-0 until this. Kalen Custer catapults one into the Friday Night Lights. Absolute dime piece to Owen Elkers. Grizzlies up 7-3. The Vikings, they would run the football very well, but the story of this game, they got stopped multiple times on fourth down. And hey, Rocky took advantage. Right here, quarterback puts it on his wide receiver, can't quite grasp it. And then Custer cuts into wide open spaces. All the way to the end zone, turns on the Jets. He is gone. Rocky Mountain all over the Vikings. Hey, not much to cheer about for the mascot there. How about Rashawn Jones? He does his best Custer impersonation. Another big-time house call, 30-3 your final. Big-time win for the Grizzlies.
That might be one of the best teams in all of Idaho.
They're ranked number 1.
Nah, I mean, think they might be the toughest to take down. Sorry, don't want to misspeak here. Rocky looks very, very good. It's going to be interesting come playoff time.
It feels like they can win any type of game, right? A couple of weeks ago, we saw the shootout with Capital, and you're like, how did they allow that many points, right? And then they give up 3 points to a team that just beat Timberline last week in Middleton. It's just like it feels like whatever type of game they get stuck in, whether it's weather-related as we kind of get into fall and winter, they can go out and win that football game. Pretty impressive.
That's going to pay dividends come playoff football when it is going to be more of a slugfest, two even-matched teams slugging it out, trying to make it to state. Super excited to watch them continue on. Meanwhile, downtown Boise, the Owyhee Storm trying to make a playoff push. They brought the Storm to Donna Larson Park. It was senior night for the Boise Brave. We'll pick it up in the second half here. Brave down 6. Watch this. This is a freshman quarterback. Wayne Bowers uncorks one.
Freshman fanatic.
Eli Ritt. Well set. Look at that grab from the senior on senior night. Heck of a present for him on his home turf. Next play, Logan McDonald. He'll clean up the rest there. He jumps into the end zone. Boise trying to go up by 1, but the PAT would be blocked, so we're tied up at 15. Following drive, Owyhee drives all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that's Asher. Got it. He says, I've got this, guys. The senior gets the score. Boise,
too easy. You had to say that there.
Going too easy. Too easy. They set it up. Look at this. It's Wayne's World. We're just living in it. The freshman powers into the end zone. How about this? Boise knocks off Owyhee on senior night, 29-28 at Donna Larson Park.
Looked like they, early on in the football season, they struggled a bit, but they're kind of finding their groove a little bit. Hey, how about Mountain View, the Mavericks, and the Bora Lions last night? Hey, they were suffocating. The Bora Lions, they were getting suffocated all night on both sides of the ball. Check out the sack. Then Mountain View's Riggins Store, senior quarterback Henry Nelson. Hey, he would connect with his tight end. Tight end's always open. Cooper Patterson. With that unique touchdown celebration, the Kung Fu. You ever seen that before?
I have not seen that. Leave it to the tight ends, though.
Hey, they can connect on the deep ball, too. Look at that grab you saw there. That sets up the touchdown by Mr. Logan Picardo. Spins his way into the end zone. The Mavericks would stomp the Lions on their home turf. 63-6.
Now, let's take a look at the last 2 games because the Mavericks, I know that record, it says 4-3. They lost to Rocky. That's a really tough one. But the last 2 games, they've scored 69 points, then 63 points, giving up just 6. I don't care who you're playing. Those guys are red hot. Talk about a team come playoffs. If they can make a push, they're getting hot at the right time.
Offense firing on all cylinders, clearly. And it looks like they've got a big-time tight end. And when you got a tight end, the offense can be successful.
You gotta use it because the tight end's always open.
Always open,
they always teach
Come
that.
on.
I know it. And you know what? I gotta give them props for that celebration. The Kung Fu celebration.
I've never seen that before. And shout out, I don't know who the player was that was the kind of the prop guy. Received the kick.
The fall guy.
He just Whoa.
That's a glue guy right there on your
that
team.
might be
You
his
want
best
that
friend.
guy. That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
I checked out my alma mater again. Centennial Patriots trying to get their first win of the season. They're flying out of the tunnel. They're taking on the Timberwolves 5-1. The guys in silver and maroon, give them credit because they would come out swinging. This is the second play from scrimmage. They hand it off to the big fella. That's Kurth and Gongo. And that's a tight end lining up at running back. He is gonzo. Look at him go into the end zone. 74-yard touchdown run. He's going to remember that one for a while. Patriots up 7. But it'd be a night for tight ends, Austin. This would have been your game to be at. Look at this. Jack Brandt finds Nash O'Kelly for
Always
the quick
open.
score. You said it. He's open again here. Brandt tries the connection again. Look at the shake and bake O'Kelly puts on.
Give him the shimmy.
Makes his man miss, and then he just walks into the end zone. Patriots still fighting. Watch this. They dig into the bag of tricks. Madden Henderson finds Jaden Pooley on this reverse flea flicker. Nothing but green in front of him. It's good if it stands for a touchdown, but there's laundry on the field. An illegal block in the back negates the score. It's been that kind of a season for the Patriots. Timberline.
It was a sweet play, though.
It was a really sweet play. I was glad they broke it out at least.
Look at this. There's strip sack.
The strip sack. The defense showed up in big moments, but kind of that similar story with Middleton. They just could not find offensive rhythm. Timberline would score 49 unanswered points.
Is that good?
I hear that's pretty good.
They bounced back big time after that loss to Middleton in the rain. Obviously a disappointment for them.
But we were talking about that. I mean, Timberline's offense is, as we just saw, based on the pass, it's tough to throw the ball in those kind of conditions.
Right, it's slippery football. I mean, I don't know if you ever tried to throw a slippery
not
football.
easy.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Definitely can't throw a spiral.
Yeah, right. That's going to be a duck.
I
Well,
mean,
that's most of my throws anyway.
And when you got a tight end who's so talented and you arguably got one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the entire state of Idaho, if those guys are taken away, then how do you run your offense? Coach would say we have to run the football, obviously, but hey, Middleton gets a big win, and Timberline bounces right back this
Learning
week.
lesson for the Wolves. Yep, back in the win column.
Hey, let's go out to Fruitland, where we had some big 4A action. 2 undefeated teams, Homedale, Fruitland. Quarterback Titus Fidlick. I mean, I feel like we say this guy's name every single week. Look at this pass. Wow. Perfect. The receiver probably could have closed his eyes and caught that one. Joel Philpott. He catches it, runs it in for the touchdown. This game was very back and forth. Homedale answers. Xavier Aranga handed it off. Cade Hall, Mr. Bulldozer himself, he gets to the end zone. And then Homedale would score again.
Look at that rushing attack.
Quick snap. Xavier to Javed Blewett, who easily runs it in. This one was 21-14. Homedale at halftime.
Wow.
But Fruitland wins this one 43-21. They hold Homedale to hold them to 0. They score 29 unanswered points. Get the big time victory, remain undefeated, 7-0, looking like one of the best teams in 4A.
Talk about a tale of two halves. How about some 5A action? BK going out to Valley View, trying to continue their undefeated season. And that's QB Jackson Brady with the fake handoff. He was just all alone, nothing but green in front of him for that touchdown. And here he is again, this time a huge pass. It's going to be to Dom Wolfus. And a huge catch at the end zone there. And then it's Ben Avea, I believe, is going to be wide open here. And, you know, this is a team, Bishop Kelly, we've talked about all season. They upset Rigby early on. This is a team that is for real. And they walk into Valley View, pretty tough team. And they walk out with the win, 37-21.
Undefeated. Beat Rigby, like you said, defending state champs.
At the 6A level.
Yeah, right, exactly. And they look like the team to beat at the 5A level. Number one, got to be number one in that division or in that conference.
Yeah, it's going to be close. But how about my guys from Columbia sticking it to them? And we'll check on the 5A scoreboard in a second, but I got ahead of myself. They're looking really good this year.
100%. Absolutely. You said it. That's all you got to say. That's it.
all
They
we
look good.
gotta say.
That's it.
Well, let's take a look
They
at the
look
6A scoreboard and some of the games from around the night. We see that Eagle walked into CUNA 34-8. Another perfect season remains heading into next week, Austin.
Timberline, Rocky Mountain, Eagle, you would think, are pretty much the top teams there, but you also got Mountain View. I feel like Capital can throw up a random game with a bunch of points, and, you know, who knows?
Yeah, they are hot and cold, aren't they?
Pull off an upset. I mean, 43-42, that's our final right there.
Yeah, we were late getting that one in. It was back and forth all night. We had our guys watching that back in the newsroom. just trying to get the latest score update, but
Got the best team in the state.
Dude, they're one of those teams, it feels like their offense has no problem getting into the end zone. It's just about that consistency. Feels like they're really close.
I was saying we have the best team in the state.
Oh.
We were talking about football teams, but here at KTVB 7,
I was
we have
like,
the
well,
best
we just
team
said that Rocky
in
was,
the
but I
entire
guess, yeah, we
state.
could switch over to Capital. I see what you're saying. Yeah, great team here.
Quincy
making
Clay.
this all work.
We see him on the highlights almost every single week. So.
Like, how about the 5A action? We showed you BK and Valley View, but Mountain Home sticking it to Caldwell, and look at that. Minico, Canyon Ridge, defensive slugfest. We don't see too many of those. 12-0. And then Twin Falls, Hillcrest, you see 42-28. And we were talking about it. Columbia dropping Skyview 50-34, a 50 burger on their rivals down there in Nampa.
50-piece McNugget. Wow.
I'm loving that.
Big time.
I'm loving it. And then I just wanted to show you. This is 2A football. It's 8-man football. And this is the Kendrick Tigers. They beat the Kamiah Cubs 68-14. Big deal, right? It was just kind of one of those blowouts. Well, the real story, Kendrick is unstoppable.
This is eye-popping.
They have outscored their opponents 551-22 in 7 games. They posted 5 shutouts, including back-to-back wins of 102-0 and 90-0. I know it's 8-man football.
Doesn't matter who you're playing.
That's insane.
It does not matter who you're playing. It's simply impressive. Maybe they should schedule a non-conference game with like a 4A or a 5A.
Bring them down to take on Centennial. Let's just see what would happen. If they played 8-man, I feel like that's the only
I'm saying we could change up the rules a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
Make
like
something fun out of it.
Well, let's
do it on the blue.
That's the thing is coming from that area of Lewiston. That was my first job out of college, and watching those guys, and it's just so fun. We don't see a lot of 8-man football here in the city, here in Boise. But if you ever get out there and you get the chance, it's exciting football. Very rarely are you going to find like a 12-0 game.
I've been a part of 8-man football, and I've been a part of 6-man football.
6-man.
6-man.
Wow.
Is intense. The field's shortened, obviously, but there's so much action.
Yeah.
And the mistakes are amplified when you get to that level because there's not as many players on the field, obviously.
Every drive matters.
Every single drive. I mean, you'll see, 80, 90, like 84-78. That'll be a final score.
Right. And it's just jarring at
Slugfest.
first, and then that just becomes the norm. It's awesome. So
really easy for our jobs because
we just show up, get a couple of highlights.
You get 3 highlights from each team. You're out of there in 15 minutes, and there you go.
Right.
Boom.
There's the other thing from Kendrick. I believe they have 4 consecutive state championships. They're trying to go for a 5th. I think I have that right, but man, we got to find a way to get those guys on the screen.
I'm just so pumped for the playoffs.
I'm excited. Playoffs? We're talking we're talking plays of the night.
Plays of the night. Top
Everyone's
plays.
favorite segment.
Friday Night Football top plays. We talked about them. Mr. Titus Vidlak, the big boy dime. Unbelievable.
The big boy dime.
Throw and catch. Hey, that's a pass right there. That'll get you scouted by some colleges, maybe.
Absolutely. And look, the receiver doesn't even have to break stride. I mean, you said it, eyes closed. They probably run that route in the dark, and it's a connection every time.
Easy. Kalen Custer, number 2, cuts it into the pocket. Wide open spaces. Oh, man, he is so good. I feel like we call his name Quincy Clay, a bunch of other guys every single week. Vidlak. I mean, there's so much talent at every single level. Burnham from Eagle, we didn't get a chance to see those highlights, but we feel like we call his name every week too.
Well, how about we give the freshman some love? That's Wayne Bowers uncorking one to Eli Rich, the senior, who makes an unbelievable grab. I feel like it's number 1 on both the throw and the catch. Look at him come back to the ball. What a gift to him on senior night. Unbelievable grab as Boise upsets Owyhee on senior night. That's a special moment. Both those guys are going to remember that for a while.
Look at this throw. That's a freshman.
A freshman.
We're going to say that a bunch of different times. I mean, it's just a freshman making that throw. And that receiver to have the wherewithal to understand the ball's slightly underthrown.
Yeah.
Contact doesn't matter. And what do you think about the celebration, though?
I don't know what that is. It's not the kung fu move, but it's just like move the chains. Let's get this going. And of course,
is it like we're bringing it in?
We're laughing.
How does that work?
I don't know what that is. I think that's. Oh, there. It was black for a second. Yeah, it was cool though. I will say this about Boise. We've covered a few of their games. It's been a frustrating season. They've got a young team. I really feel like this is a team we circle right now and come back to next year because they've got a lot of talent returning.
Yeah, I mean, you start with the quarterback. If you have a quarterback that can slang the rock like he can,
and then run it into the end zone,
that'll set you up for success.
Right, and Hawaii 5-1 coming into that game. So, I mean, that's a big-time win to get under your belt.
You ask anybody, it starts at the quarterback position if you want to be successful. You have to have a reliable quarterback to be successful at any level of football, let alone a freshman stepping up and making big-time plays.
Well, usually this is the time where you ask me, so I'm gonna flip it on you.
Okay,
what
I like
surprised you? Up to this point, we're almost to the playoffs. Who surprised you so far?
And, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Like, I'm going into month 2, so we're still trying to figure out top teams, things like that. What surprised me the most, I think, so far was the Timberline loss last week was probably the most surprising. I think you and I both, when we were at Notre Dame, we were like,
double-checking the score.
We're like, is that correct? Yeah. That can't be right. I feel like they'll bounce back, and sometimes a loss mid-season helps you towards the postseason run. So maybe that could be something that propels them to a deep postseason run. Eagles, surprise. I guess I didn't know how good they were. I'm sorry. I apologize. But
we forgive
I feel
you.
like we don't talk enough about Eagle because they're having such a phenomenal season. We have somebody that is obviously has someone playing for the team here as well. So it's just been it's been so fun to be out here. I love high school football. Prep sports in the state is so important. I'm so glad that we put such a big-time emphasis on it. We've got the best team in the world. I mean, look at how many people are just stepping up to go shoot games. And
just spending their Friday nights hanging out with us as we just kind of chat about high school football. I mean, it's a commitment, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm super glad that we have this team.
Okay, who surprised you? Go.
But the biggest surprise I've seen, man, I feel like, I don't know. I was going to say Rocky, but at some point, I'm not surprised by just how dominant they continue to be on all sides of the ball. They don't make mistakes.
Right.
If they're in a defensive slugfest or something, it's not like they're making mistakes. It's just that's kind of that experience of they know how to play in those situations, and I think that situational football pays off deeper into the season as you get into those more important games in the playoffs. So I don't know. I'm honestly a little surprised at how overwhelmingly talented that team is, but I mean, that's always kind of been the case with those guys.
It always starts at the quarterback position. We just talked about it. And Kalen Custer has been making plays all year long. It's unfortunate that we don't have every single one of their touchdowns. We can, of course, but it starts with Kalen Custer, and they've been absolutely phenomenal.
Just
dominant win on the road tonight at Middleton.
Super excited to see what they do next week.
Yeah,
can they keep the perfect season alive?
Rocky versus Timberline?
That's
Get your popcorn ready.
That might be the game of the week. Well, we have done a lot of talking about high school football, the game a lot of people focused on happening tomorrow night on the Blue.
On the Blue.
We've got Boise State, New Mexico, and we've got a show, Austin and I. We'll be back here in about we'll be in early, but 9 a.m. sharp. We will have a pregame show from 9 to 10. Everything you need to know ahead of tomorrow's kickoff. That'll be live right here on Channel 7 and KTVB+.
Then, of course, an hour before kickoff, 6:45, live on the Blue, on-field warm-ups, live interviews, and the latest on injuries. You can watch that show online and on KTVB+. Download on your TV. Watch for free.
All right. For more information on our shows tomorrow and a preview of tomorrow's games with stats, players to watch out for, you just text BSU to that number on your screen, 208-321-5614. We've got our guy Carson, who every week makes these very in-depth game day guides, and it'll send straight to your phone. You'll have all of that information at your fingertips, and of course, whatever awesome things Austin and I have to say tomorrow.
You want somebody who lives, eat, and breathes BSU football. Right. And that's Carson.
That's Carson.
Yeah, that is Carson for sure. So if you never checked out the game day guide, you got it. What are you doing?
Yeah, well said.
Text the number.
Well said. We do an inch deep, mile wide kind of a thing. Carson dives straight into the deep end with all the nitty gritty. Fans love it.
Absolutely. I'm excited for tomorrow. What do you think? Early preview of the preview.
Preview of the preview?
Yeah, well, we got a pregame show. We can't give away everything.
Well, we've got a lot of great stories. Feel-good story maybe of the year so far with my boy, Marion McCoy, stepping up at Albertsons. We'll have that full story tomorrow. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. And, of course, get excited for Jason Eck coming to town.
The Eck effect has arrived in Boise. talk about a certain particular thing he said at Idaho. Gets his chance to play the Broncos on the blue. Big time game. That game's going to be a nighttime game. Last time they beat Boise State was at night in the cold.
Back in 2015,
gonna be interesting.
a lot of people might remember, like myself. But yeah.
I think Boise State's going to come out firing it tomorrow. Yeah, big time from the jump. Maddox Madsen's going to quiet down all of the haters and throw for 5 touchdowns.
Oh, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, we're throwing it out there.
He's coming out swinging. Okay.
Chris Marshall's going to have 3 of them.
We'll get to that tomorrow. That'll be a fun game. Well, we're going to get a short night's sleep, and then we'll see you bright and early, 9 a.m.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Good night. Thanks.
Continue with us and watch free now on the KTVB Plus app everywhere you stream.